What is up, my maniacs? I'm the Awesome Maniac, and today we're doing part 4, which is going to end this little series, which I'm sad about because I enjoyed doing it. Anyways, last time we covered 1989 to 2003, and this is the final one covering from 2004 to 2018, the best horror movies that came out each year. Starting with 2004, the original Saw. Now, compared to the rest of the series, this one's rather tame. It's more artsy than the other ones, which are just about the killings and Detective Hoffman and many apprentices. But starting with Saw, 2004, great movie, phenomenal twist at the end with Kramer getting up. Oh, spoiler alert! If you haven't seen a movie that's 15 years old, the guy on the floor isn't really dead. He has cancer, but he's not dead. Moving on to 2005, we have The Devil's Rejects. This, I can't wait for 3 from Hell, which the trailer's coming in a few days, so we're happy about that. But 2005 is The Devil's Rejects, it's a Rob Zombie film. You'll see one more on this list. Oh man, I wonder if you can guess what it is. 2005 Devil's Rejects. 2006 is going to be Saw 3, probably my favorite one. I love how stupid, slow-ass motherfucker Jeff just walking through that whole thing, and he ends up just fucking everything up at the end. And you got Amanda, and you got Jigsaw dying. You know, he dies in this one, but somehow he pops up in all the other ones somehow, even though he's dead, including Jigsaw. But 2006, Saw 3. Moving on to 2007, I told you to be at least one more Rob Zombie on here. Halloween. I quite enjoyed this movie, despite the whole 40-minute background thing. I think other than that, it was rather well done. Very extreme style, maybe not best suited to Halloween, but I think it works for this movie. Not so much for the sequel, but 2007, Rob Zombie's Halloween. 2008, which actually this is considered a horror film, Cloverfield. Another nostalgia one for me, considering I saw it. I was young, I was 9 years old when I saw it when it came out in 2008. I thought the found footage aspect of it was great. It was like an American Godzilla, but told from like these party guys' point of view, and I didn't realize that T.J. Miller was in it until I watched it last year again. But yeah, Cloverfield, great movie. 2009 was a really tough one for me again, but I had to go with Friday the 13th. But in close second comes The Last House on the Left remake, which I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I love the remake, the Friday the 13th remake, which I don't like calling it a remake considering it isn't. It's more of a reboot. But still, great movie. I loved the people. You had fucking Trent. You had sexy hair guy from Supernatural, Jared Padalecki. Yeah, that's the name. Clay. Yeah, boring fucking name. Loved all the gratuitous boob scenes because, you know, it wasn't. Overall, great movie, especially Derek Mears' Jason. That guy's fucking scared. I love how they have this lean Jason who's actually living in the woods and he's learned how to fucking shoot people in the back of the head with arrows and stab people through the head with machetes. That's nice. While getting some gratuitous boob scenes. Maybe could have cut down on that one, but yeah, 2009, Friday the 13th. Moving into what I call the nah-teens, because I don't know if there's an actual term for the 2010s, but the nah-teens, 2010, Insidious. I haven't seen this. I saw it's on Netflix, so I probably should watch it, you know, soon. But I know that the fucking lipstick demon thing scares the shit out of me still. Anytime I see that clip, it's just like, chills, instant chills. 2011, we have Final Destination 5, which I think is cheesy, and I think it works for the movie. Especially that bridge opening with the bad CGI. I love how it leads into the first one at the end. It's just great. 2012, which this movie, not 2012 that came out, 2009, but 2012, Cabin in the Woods. I love this. I don't know more to say. I like the whole subversion of the final girl thing. We have Marty, who wasn't actually dead, comes back and just like fucking whacks fucking big Jedi. I don't remember. Anyways, he kicked her ass, and then actually at the end the gods come out and smash everything. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. Thank you. 2013, The Conjuring. One of, I think, the best films of the past 20 years, just in general. I love how they went with the horror and maybe some cliched stuff, but that clap that was phenomenal. Just come on, honey. Great movie. And I also love the sequel. And I can't wait for the third one. I haven't seen any of the Annabelle movies, but I'll eventually get to those. Maybe. 2014, this movie, It Follows. This movie, I decided to give a watch after I watched Drum. I'm sorry if I messed this up, Lee, I'm sorry. But, It Follows, I don't know. I watched his review of it, and I decided to give him a watch myself, and I thought it was great. Like they said, like, great horror movies come out every 18 years. You have Psycho in 1960, which was my favorite movie that year. 1978, you have Halloween, which was my favorite movie of that year. So 1996, you had Scream, which is my favorite movie of that year. And then cut to 2014, you have It Follows, which is my favorite horror movie of that year. That year. And I don't know, I thought it was great. I thought it was just great how it was executed. 2015, I don't think was a rather good year for horror, but I did like Sinister 2, even though the ending was just literally the exact same as the first one. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a good movie. I like, when the detective so-and-so got his fucking hand chopped in half. Great stuff. 2016, I said I loved the sequel, Conjuring 2. I thought it was better than the first one. That's a lie. I think it's almost as good as the first one. I don't think it's one of the better films in the past 20 years. That goes to Conjuring. But Conjuring 2, I thought was great, especially with Valak. Just fucking creepy. All the crosses turned upside down. I thought that was cool. And the one scene where they have the interview with the guy in the chair, where you can slowly see like the blurry background of him just turning the thing fucking creepy and great and moving up. 2017 is a movie I actually bought recently. It. I think it was better than most of the films that came out in 2017. I thought It was great. I thought It was phenomenal. I thought It was scary. I thought It was a little goofy when he his hands, whatever. But overall, great film. Can't wait for Chapter 2 next year. Not next year, this year, yeah. And finally, to end this series, I know it's been such a journey. 2018, I have to go with Halloween. Fucking course, Halloween, the best Halloween sequel. That made no sense coming out of my mouth. But Halloween 2018, best sequel. Great movie. Dr. Sartain, not so much. Everything else, great. Karen Gear, great. Ray, we can talk about that later. Laurie, great. Allison, great. Michael, fucking awesome. Thank you, James Jude Courtney. You did a wonderful job. Can't wait to see you in the sequel. But that's gonna end this series for me. You know what? No, it's the end for me. But I challenge any other Killer Flicks member that has a horror YouTube channel, do this series. Do the best horror films from 1960 to 2018. I want to see what your guys' opinions are. Probably way different than mine. But that's going to end this series from me. I'll catch you in the next time, whatever that fucking means. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell icon to get notifications on videos in the future. Also, I did a Patreon, or I made one. If you guys want to go donate to that, just go to patreon.com and look up The Awesome Man. You'll see this face. Help me with this channel, donate. You don't need to, but bye.